All right, I believe we are on. It's on. This is a little loud. Hold on. That's better. Alrighty, and I can turn this up, I guess. Yeah. Oh, nope, too high, too high. Maybe there. Maybe there. That's probably good. All right. Welcome to the stream. I am Traben. We're not doing book content today, although I could talk about what I'm reading right now. But we are playing a bookish game. So we're looking today at the demo for Book Smugglers, 19th century phenomenon of Lithuanian history. So I honestly don't know too much about this game. I do know that it's based on actual history of smuggling some books to help with like keeping the maintaining the language. I want to say I did a very brief like Google search about the history behind this. As far as I can tell, it is a game that is primarily concerned with maybe some resource management and then like dialogue trees and making sure that like you're maintaining your cover. So we'll see how it goes. I've not started this game. I've not done anything. I'm going in completely blind. I looked at the trailer. It was about books, and I decided, yeah, we'll play it on the channel because I'm bookish themed, bookish stuff. Um, so yeah, I guess before we get into it, I will talk briefly, and not talk over the music. I will talk briefly about what I've been reading lately. So I've been doing the 30 for 30 challenge this month, 30 in 30 challenge this month, which is to read 30 manga volumes in the 30 days of September. So I'm on track for that. I've read 15 so far. It's the 14th. It's the 12th. So I'm a little bit ahead. And I'm planning on doing another one today. So I'm on good pace to keep up with that challenge. I've also been listening to the audiobook for Authority, which is a series of essays, and the author escapes me at the moment, but kind of a mixed bag. I don't know. I'll talk about it in my wrap up later this week. And then the last thing is I did start Metabasis or Hadabasis from RF Kwong, and I've been having nice conversations with some of my students who are aware of that author and have read other things from them. So that one has been really good, even though I'm only about uh, 20 pages in at this point. So, all right, with that bit of intro out of the way, we'll go ahead and start up the game. We'll see how it goes. Again, I don't know what to expect from this. I have not looked too much into it because I wanted to be surprised. So we will find out together.
In the late 19th century, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth was torn apart by surrounding empires, and Lithuania fell under Russian rule. In 1863, people rose up against the empire, but the revolt was crushed. The Tsarist regime banned all printed materials in the Latin alphabet, and unless written in Cyrillic, every single book, pamphlet, and prayer was now forbidden. For Lithuanians, these printed words were more than ink on paper. They were memories of ancestors, songs of freedom, voices that the regime could not silence. And so, a movement was born. Brave men and women known as Knygnešiai, the book smugglers, risked their lives carrying banned literature across the empire's borders and into the hands of people, building a quiet network of resistance. You carry more than books. You carry the voice of a nation.
No pressure.
Hurry. The people are waiting.
Alright, so I feel like that gave us a succinct idea of the history surrounding this title. We're smuggling in books because the language was banned, trying to give people access to things. Alright. Welcome to the 19th century Lithuania, where the ban on the press came into force. As a book smuggler, you have to overcome the obstacles in your path to deliver books. Each obstacle has its own category that's shown on each token. The screen slides along with the mouse cursor or the WASD keys. You run out of health points or books, your mission will end. Okay, so we have health points up here, I guess. This might be our books up here. Looks like there's food and money as well. Rubles can be seen next to the health points. Food amount can be seen on the top right corner. The inventory button can be seen highlighted at the bottom left corner. Okay. Right. We have 10 books, no food, nothing in our inventory, 100 health. We can kind of scan along. So it looks like a path maybe akin to something like Slay the Spire or Hand of Fate, where you've just got like varying paths we can go down. This first one looks like it's a tavern brawl. Okay. When the night falls, weary and tired seek only to sink their burdens at the bottom of a bottle. Thus is Dionysus' curse and blessing. When you arrive at the tavern, it is being torn down via the traditional fist fight between the residents. Violent debauchery? Unquestionably. Each obstacle can be solved in 3 ways. Certain decisions may require resources or items. Okay. So I can ask the owner for a nightly stay. That costs me 10 money. I can request some booze and join the fun. Or I can refuse to even be near since barbarians leave. I'm going to go ahead and ask to stay to hopefully get some rest. I don't know what I'm at full health. This is our first stop, so let's go ahead and pay the money for a nightly stay. Here you can see the event resolution along with lost and gained resources. The tower owner accepts the money and escorts you to your room. The night's rest doesn't come quickly, however, as the violence downstairs stops not long before the rooster's crowing. So plus 15 health points. I would have gained health had I not been at maximum. Okay. Alright, good to know. And so now I can go farmer in a wheat field, or I can go, what's this up here? An abandoned campsite. I think I'm going to go to the abandoned campsite and see what's going on over here. At night, the road leads you to the lake shore. A seemingly abandoned campfire and a standing shelter ought to provide the basic comfort before dawn. Spend the entire night at the campsite, rest for a few hours, and continue your trek. Don't waste any more time. Oh, do I not have the choice? Oh, because I don't have the resources. Right? I can't even tell what that's supposed to be. But I don't have any time. I gotta keep going. Reach your destination faster. You stay on track. You decide to continue your journey. Okay. We got the windmill, and we've got farmer in a wheat field. Let's go talk to someone and see how this kind of interaction goes. Because we've had this type before, so let's try this one. Among the golden wheat, a small farmer is diligently working the land. His face shows signs of hard work and life. He does seem like a sort of fella to do business with. Ask about work and opportunities to help, a good chance to earn some coin, or avoid him. Let's try to earn some money. Hard labor bears sweet fruit. The rewards for the farmer is handsome indeed. Plus 5 rubles, minus 10 health points. Got a little money back at the cost of our health. Don't know how I feel about the sound effect of like being beaten, like the and the red for just like toiling in a field. That seems a little bit, I don't know. I'm not in a fight. It's Just and I get that I lost health, but I could have done without the. I thought I was being attacked before I read the resolution. All right, and I bounce up there. All right, next one is suspicious pub owner. That does not sound good. It seems like this is where it's headed, though, regardless of other things you chose. In much the same way as Hand of Fate or any of these other Slay the Spire, any of these other things, your choices tend to like flare out a little bit and then ultimately come back to start. So, suspicious pub owner, we should be on our guard. We don't want to let him know what we're doing. What could be better for a tired traveler in the night than catching a glimpse of a pub? It is a perfect place to rest and resupply. The owner, on the other hand, seems as shady as they come. Now, offer a bribe for his discretion and buy food. Now is not the time and place to be greedy. Offer it to exchange a book for food. Today avarice triumphs over duty. Don't buy anything and leave the pub as soon as possible. I'm gonna try offering the book because it's a resource we haven't touched yet, and I'm curious to see like what am I supposed to be doing here? Am I supposed to be trusting people and like offering them books, or am I supposed to be suspicious? Like, am I gonna get in trouble? Because it is illegal what I'm doing. Let's see what happens. Tavern owner greets you with a friendly look and adds some food. So I got some smoked sausage. Okay. You are hungry and exhausted. You feel that you need a quick rest. You get tired on your journey, eat food to gain health and avoid trouble. I do have one food, so I could just eat and be fine. Or I have to pay 25 health. I think I'm just going to eat my food. And that's going to also restore the 25 health. Okay. Alright, let's see where we're going next. Now we're at a checkpoint. In the distance, you notice the lights emanating from the checkpoint. As you draw nearer, the policemen approach and request your documents, questioning your destination and the purpose of your travel. So I cooperate with the police and provide your documents and information honestly, which I don't have. Take one of the policemen hostage with a gun that I maybe somehow could have acquired in this setting, or try to run away. We don't got the resources for anything else. Let's run away. Doubting your chances of passing the checkpoint, you decide to flee. One policeman pursues you on foot while others mount horses to join the cause, marking the start of a tense pursuit. Oh, hello. Out of breath. Help, please. Gendarmes are after me. Say no more. Get into the coffin and keep a low profile. We'd be lucky if no one checked. Quick, hide. Thank God, I thought I'd be caught this time for sure. You're safe here. I assume you understand why these gendarmes were chasing me. Yes, smugglers in need of help aren't rare nowadays. If you are found with these books, the jail is all but assured. Why are you bringing this Where are you bringing this literature? Jurberkas. Apologies for being blunt, but could you possibly be... I'm not... Multitude... Valicious? I'm doing my best out here. Yes, indeed, smuggler. What is your name? It's Christo Jonas. Thank you, Father. Truly are, as they say, a miracle worker. The man doing what he feels is right, no more, no less. Now that you are not alone in this, know that you are not alone in this fight. We're being pressured from all sides. It's hard to expect any help when knowing the consequences it might bring. We're living in difficult times, and yet no one immediately becomes a book smuggler. Tell me, what did you do before you started smuggling books? Oh, I get some choice here. Musical performer. I play the guitar. So plus 10% chance of a positive outcome, plus 1 ruble for each book delivered. If I become a bureau's assistant, help with papers wasn't my thing though. Increased reputation gains and losses. Sell items at full price. Work the fields. Increased inventory capacity by 1 plus 20 maximum. I think I'm going to go with Bard. I like the 10% chance of a positive outcome. So, yeah, we'll do that. Bard, you say? That's how I'll be calling you from now on, since you're already going to Gerberkos. I do have a job for you. The least I can do to repay your kindness. You need to transport a bundle of books. Locals need those for a secret school. Ensuring there would still be Lithuanians after us sounds fine to me. Indeed, secret schools have become a necessity for us. When the government banned education in our own language, what else were we to do? However, such endeavors bring many dangers. Those accursed gendarmes impose more and more serious punishment. We have to be careful. Haven't yet had an opportunity to catch me. I believe in our goal and will do everything to help our people. I admire your courage, but you must be careful. Gendarmes have caught more than one book smuggler on this path. May God be with you during this journey. This is the shop where you can purchase food. Okay. Hover over an item to see its price and description. Press on the button to add to your inventory. Click the inventory button to see your gear and food as soon as you get there. Click on the edge of the screen to move to a different room. Click on a character to talk to them. They each sell different items. Once you've bought everything you need, click the letter to begin your first mission. Make sure you're prepared before starting the mission given by the guy. Alright, I need some food. 10 health points, 5 health points, 15, 25, it's kind of expensive though. 30, 20. I mean, let's take a 30 and a couple of 5. Alright, let's go talk to these guys. Actually, can I talk to her? Nah. Okay, talk to these guys. You've got work to do, I see. What tools are you after today? What would it take for you to join the resistance? You always seem busy. Why do you keep at it? Show me your wares. It would take a miracle and a way to keep my family safe. Okay. I stop, the world falls apart one piece at a time. Show me your wares. What do you got? Heavy sharp tool, chop cut things, emergency weapon, smashing or repairing things, climbing, tying things and repairing, draw direct. Oh, okay, before we do that, let's see what else people have. Well, if there's someone with a bag full of secrets, what's it worth to keep me quiet? Trust you? I wouldn't. Price is right, why not? He's got vodka, small and sharp, a knife, a gun, light garment that can provide warmth, protection from elements, and concealment. Okay. What do you need, and what do I get in return? And hunting, enough to keep you fed. For anything, if you got the coin, I got the goods. He also has a gun, a knife, and then looks like gauze. Okay. Road ahead is dangerous. What you can carry changes lives. Road's getting worse every day. How long have you been smuggling books? Long enough to know the risk of it. What do you have? You have the garment. You've got forged documents. That seems like it's really important, but also very expensive. Alright. And then what do you have? Ray, how can I help you? It's tough, but we're managing. Why do you help the smugglers? Because someone has to. If we don't stand, we'll find them. Alright, I think I want to take the rope. Grab rope. And then there was something the first guy had that I wanted. That was the rope. Okay. Second guy. I wanted this cloak. Yeah. Alright. And then we'll call that good. Don't have a lot of money. We got a lot of items now. So let's go ahead and head out on our mission. Alright, there's a job to do. According to this guy, a headmistress of a small village has recently established a secret school where she teaches Lithuanian language to the local youth. The Russian Empire has made many moves to prevent such attempts, therefore you must remain secretive. Difficulty 10 out of what? Is it like out of 100? Is it out of like 50? The book amount is 50. Yeah, I mean, it's what I got. Let's go. Right. As if the day wasn't challenging enough, a new obstacle, a huge, treacherous, foul swamp whose clutches are the undoing of the careless. Go straight through. Anything can be overcome with a bit of courage. Try to walk along the edge. Turn around and find a path around it. No need for unnecessary risk. Try to walk along the edge. Took more than expected. You got hungry. Alright, but we crossed the swamp. But I lost one food. That's it. A bandit, storm, or a hunter. I'm gonna go with the hunter. Pass through the forest leads to a person in simple clothing with a rifle in hand. After greeting him, you learn that he is a local hunter who has had more than enough time to get acquainted with every rock and branch in the area before meeting you. What a fine guide he would make. Wish him a good hunt and continue on your way alone. Few people would immediately trust a stranger with a rifle. Offer some money to buy his gun, weapon to be reckoned. Offer vodka in exchange for food. He's gonna have to keep it. Hunter eyes you with an unsettling intent. After he finishes with his improvised examination, nothing follows. It'd likely be the best to leave. The hunter eyes you with an unsettling intent. After he finishes with this, nothing follows. It's likely best to leave. Okay, we did that twice. Obviously, this is still in production, right? So, now we're on this path. Oh no, I don't want to see them. Alright. You rest in a quiet country inn. A gendarme sits behind the same table, a company most undesired. He's talking to the innkeeper about the weather and the harvest. The interest quickly shifts toward your person. Questions start pouring in. Name, occupation, destination, etc. If it keeps this up, you'll eventually slip up. Pretend to be a traveler and offer them a drink, small tribute, passed off as a humble farmer just about to leave this fine establishment. Let's try to... We got the money. Let's do this. So he kindly accepts your offer, agrees to have a drink. You exchange stories as you chat, and your visit takes some time, but eventually the gendarme wishes you a good trip and leaves. And we can now we're like super poor. I don't think I've got ability to. Trapper steps on a trap. Okay. While traversing a forest, you hear a shout of pain nearby. You stumble upon a rugged trapper with his foot caught in one of his traps. He winces, clutching his bloodied leg, and looks up. Little help, stranger? Seems I got myself in a bit of a bind. Let's try forcing it over from their hands. Probably gonna hurt me. Muster the strength and grab the trap and begin pulling in different directions. Your hands are grazed and stained with blood, but the trapper finally free. You both endure the pain and now celebrating newfound camaraderie over a dining table in this hut. You actually gained health by putting your hands into the thing, into a bear trap. Okay, interesting. Not the outcome I was expecting. All right, travel fatigue. Let's eat some food. we got next? We got marketplace or a lost dog. Yeah, we're gonna go with the dog, obviously. A young boy is going around the countryside, frantically searching for his lost dog. He approaches, asking whether or not you've seen his dog, and politely asks for help. He'll find the dog by using food. The kid must learn that his problems are his own, or search for the dog. Let's find it using some food, and we're gonna starve to death. You wander around the countryside, waving around the snack to tease the stray pup. Eventually, the smell of fresh meat does its job, and the dog finally reveals itself. The boy is happy and sincerely thanks you. I lost my bacon and gained nothing of real import for the mechanisms of the game. All right, we're going to be pursued. In the background, quietly listening to the sounds of the forest, you can hear gendarmes, whistles, and dogs barking. You immediately feel a chill running through your whole body. As you realize that the gendarmes have found your tracks, your heart starts to beat faster and your mind races, trying to find a way out of the situation. Hide in a safe-looking place. Pop your food for dogs. Okay. Run and shoot them. Sure. Hide. Hide under the roots of the trees surrounded by shrubs. After a few minutes, the barking of dogs and the whistles of gendarmes fade away. Continue your journey. Alright, we got a snake or a secret swamp path. Secret swamp path. Let's go. There's a peculiar group of people living in the nearby swamp. They invite you to share a meal with their merry band of hermits who severed themselves from the big world and its worries and find serenity with the help of nature, as well as some questionable mushrooms. Join them in their celebrations, join them and have a taste of their unique cuisine, or try to sell them some of the books. You ought to be literate. Man, I'm gonna probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna try some of their food. Nope, +5. Hermits, uh, these hermits are are in quite feel versed in the art of hospitality, and their mushroom soup doesn't disappoint. Okay, are quite well versed. Okay. Wolves or suspicious pub owner. You know what? Choose the wolves. A pack of drooling wolves follow you through the forest. The period of starvation has made them bold. They're desperate, but so are you. Climb a tree with rope and expect the animals to give up. Yep, please. Climb up among the branches of the tree where the wolves can't reach you, and in half an hour they burn off. Okay. Evening, deep woods, in the fading light of the setting sun, your eye catches a metallic shining beneath a pile of leaves and branches. A chest, old, possibly abandoned. There's an eerie sensation surrounding it. You start to wonder if it was hidden there for a reason. You can use the tools at hand to force it open. You can smash it. Best way to open the chest is to throw it off the nearest cliff, or leave it. Whatever's in there, it certainly doesn't belong to you. It's as they say, better safe than sorry. We're gonna smash it. Does the job, however, you find a pile of rotten food supplies, now turn to disgusting mush. You leave before the stench gets to you. Alright, we're gonna have to lose 25 health. Ugh. Alright. Forest cabin. Exercising caution, using the cover of the forest, you discover a mysterious hut. The crumbling roof and cracks in the walls hint at the abandoned building's history. What does it hold in store? Inspect the cabin and take everything that might be useful. Whoever used to live here doesn't need anymore. Search the outside for useful items, or ignore the hut. It's doubtful there will be anything of use. It's almost certainly not true. We're going to search the inside and see if there's anything. Bread. Some stale bread. It's best to pray that it's not moldy. Yeah, agreed. Alright, mission complete. Took us 8 minutes. Delivered 15 books. Earned 105 monies. Alright. helping set up a secret school. Thank God you're here. We've been waiting for you. Oh dear, but this brings you here. Good afternoon. I have brought books sent by Father Anicius. Please convey our greatest gratitude. May I also know your name? Kristen Jonas. They call me Bard. We are short on books. Children must carry on their forefathers' legacy, but Russians are determined to exterminate their Lithuanian heritage. So are we to preserve it? Is there anything you'd like me to do? It's best not to stay here more than you must. The longer you remain, the more probable it is for us to compromise. I understand. Before you go, there is certain someone who could be of use to you. Who are you referring to? Wait and see for yourself. He's waiting for you inside. Thank you once again. I apologize for the cold welcome. That's alright. Stay safe and keep doing your part. I don't like the music going on right now. Seems a little creepy. Mr. Jonas, our mutual associates have been saying good things about you, and you seem like a decent person. And you are? They call me Beliakis. Beliakis. Jurgis Beliakis? I heard so much about you. You are a living tale among book smugglers. Okay, so I know this guy by reputation. The gendarmes would say otherwise. Here's your pay. I'll be in touch with you. Be ready. Okay, so this seems to be the game loop then, right? You get stuff in the tavern and like get prepared for the next leg. You go out and do the mission. Hopefully, you have guessed well enough of what to do in order to make it through. So, all right, we will once again. We've got more money than we had last time, so we'll once again grab a couple of food items. Let's see here. Should we take something that's more like weapon focused this time, maybe? I still have the rope and the cloak. Okay, that's good. Someone got a gun. I've got a gun or a knife. I could afford the gun, but then nothing else. Okay, let's do this one because let's do this because there are a lot of like dangerous things in the last one that I just kind of straight up avoided. But I didn't have a weapon, and now we'll have a weapon. So we'll try that, and I think we'll go ahead and see. Is it going to let me do another mission? Is the question though, because this is the demo. So. Whispers have reached you from Lycus, rumors of something stirring in a nearby village, something big enough to shift the tides. Tension hangs heavy, but no one dares step forward. Also, you don't come with truth. Alright, that's the one we just did. So I guess this is our next one, cryptic message. Sealed envelope arrives filled with strange markings and scattered note. At first glance, it appears meaningless. Something about it feels deliberate. Hidden beneath the surface, a message waits. You must look closer to decipher it. Hello, Bard. You will deliver publications to Hibiscus and hand them over to a local book distributor. The first public magazine presented in our language. First issue is a critical piece that highlights the Empire's policy of oppression and forced assimilation in Lithuania. Times we live in, people need a reminder that they're being choked. Remember that the success of the mission depends on your discretion and reliability. Stay alert. So this is after meeting Jurgis. You receive a letter with an order to deliver the latest issue of the newspaper, where they will be presented to a wider audience. Local farmers is picking up the package from you. Dalinis says that Astra, one of the most important publications for our people, so it's better not to be lost. So the difficulty is 13. The last one was 10. We're still not sure what the scale is, so that's not particularly helpful. It's harder than the last one. That's all we can really tell. We'll start it. We'll see if it actually lets me go through another round. And if we can get through this one, I think that's probably going to be it. Alright, so we've got Stuck in the Mud. Alright. You venture into a misty swamp with the ground beneath your feet growing softer and muddier with every step. Suddenly you're sinking up to your knees. Mud clings tightly, pulling you down with every movement. Struggling only seems to make it worse. Plan to get out is in order. Alright, we'll use the rope. With the help of your trusty rope and one of the nearby trees, you manage to escape the death trap. You reach the solid ground quickly. On the other hand, your shoes could use a little cleaning. Lots of choice here. Vodka Smuggler. Here. Bandit. Rapid River. Let's go with Bandit, just because, like I said, I avoided a lot of these last time, and I didn't have a weapon, so now we have a weapon. We'll see if that does anything. Hey. Walking down a country road in the dark, a man appears with a knife glowing in the moonlight. He walks up to you and demands money. His eyes dart to your pocket. A wicked expression is on the villain's face. Give him what he wants. This thug can choke on your money. Refuse, you'll be walking on thin ice, Okay. Attack it. I'll just refuse. Oh, goodness. Bandit assesses the situation, stabs you with a knife, grabs your money before running off down a country road. Okay. Ouch. The gun, it did nothing. How was I to know that I needed to have a knife? Oh, people specifically looking for me, or some farmers in a wheat field. Some farmers in a wheat field, please. Among the golden wheat, a small farmer is diligently working the land. His face shows signs of hard work and life. He does seem like a sort of fellow to do business with. Ask about work opportunities. Good chance to earn something. Probably gonna get, yeah. This is what happened last time. Hard labor, but then we get some money. So now we've got 5 money. That's gonna be borderline useless, but that's okay. Checkpoint. You have to run away. Dozing off in the carriage is a bad call. By the time of awakening, you're already at the checkpoint. As you get closer, gendarme approaches and demands to see your documents, wanting to know where and why you are traveling. Run away. I don't have enough money to bribe him. Oh goodness, I'm gonna die. Oh, 8 books. The swiftness of the young hare, you take off running. Successfully escape the shouting thugs, dropping a number of books in haste. On top of that, a single bullet grazes your shoulder. Alright. Alright. This has not been a good time. Alright, local miller and his son are trying to fix the grindstones. They look annoyed and tired. Perhaps there's something you can do. If I had a tool I could. Show my wares. Books for them, cash for you. Let's try that. Some bread and a little bit of money. Okay. Miller buys a book with great happiness. As a thank you, they also add bread. We're gonna have to eat. We'll eat the chicken. We'll go to policeman or traveling merchant. I don't think I've got enough money to do anything with traveling merchant. Let's go to the policeman. Why would the gendarmes patrol the woods in the middle of the night? Doesn't matter. I have to find a way. Hide and wait for them to pass, or try to get past them. Just be careful. Hide and wait. Oh my goodness. Onto the shelter of a tree, wait for the class. They start walking toward you, and you have to run. As a result, you twist your leg and lose a couple of bucks. Man, this has not been a good day. Not been a good run, this one right here. Old woman's request. See what it is. There's an elderly woman struggling to carry a heavy basket filled with food. She glances up, expecting an act of chivalry from a stranger. Decency above all, you help carry her load all the way to her house. You ask her about a reward. These are difficult times for everyone after all. You got your own matters to tend to, just walk on. We're gonna help her, and it's probably gonna kill us. No, we get bread. Nice. A warm smile, a small token of gratitude. Freshly baked bread. Alright. Cross at a crossroads. As you walk along the forest path, your steps lead you to a cross standing at a crossroads. This cross is not only a religious symbol, but also a witness to a terrible event. The grave of a former bookseller is marked here, the place where he was shot. Place a book as a sign of respect. Find a flower and place it on the grave as a sign of respect, or pass the grave without doing anything. Book is a sign of respect. When you put the book down, you see blueberries growing near the grave. Even from the grave, the book brother is helping. Am I able to just, like... Can I just, like... No, I can't just eat these, huh? It has to be, like, part of an action. We have stars. Nice. Or a stuck carriage. Oh, we're gonna go with stars. You are lost in the forest. The world shrinks around you with no source of light. The only guides now are the stars shining brightly in the sky. Follow the North Star. It shall lead you away from the forest. Make a temporary shelter and wait for the morning. Look for the landmarks. I'm going to make a shelter because I've got the resources for it, so it seems like the right thing to do. The Shroud of Night gives way to new day, rise and shine. And I have lost my rope. No longer have the rope. Which is fine. The rope did a number of good things for me. Collapsed bridge. Or a guy at the end. I'm not gonna have enough to like stay the night or bribe anybody or even buy drinks, so I'm probably gonna go to the bridge. Man, the pad just lost the rope. Okay. Approach a river with collapsing bridge, the middle of which has collapsed, leaving a dangerous gap. Is there a way to cross it? Climb down the side of the river to catch cold. I mean, probably die is what's gonna happen, but let's see. Alright, I am barely alive. Injured yourself, got the book sweat. It could have been worse. Alright. Oh, I see. Okay, difficulty is how many places you have to go. So the last one was 10 places. This one's 13. Okay. So it's how many steps you have to go through. Alright, so if I can live through 3 more things, then we'll be okay. Oh, we got wolves. Alright. Oh, yeah, fight them off. A pack of drooling wolves follows you through the forest. The period of starvation has made them bold. They're desperate, but so are you. Fight them off with a gun. Weapon in your hand, you start waving and shouting, which intimidates the wolves into retreating. So I don't actually use the gun. It's just by having the gun and waving wildly at them, they back off. That's interesting. Alright. I could have done that without the weapon. Alright, we obviously have to eat. We'll restore 20 health, so we're not quite dead. Another book smuggler. Hey! You meet a fellow bookseller at the side of the road and realize that he is in danger. His gaze is full of anxiety, his face shows exhaustion. Colleague, he calls you quietly. I've been spotted. The numbers are roaming everywhere. I need your help. Help him hide, the sooner the better. Okay, we've got this. We're going to do that. Override the choices. Offer to take his books or leave him. He shouldn't have been so careless. No, we'll help him hide. Alright, you gift him with the most inconspicuous cloak from your wardrobe. Guide him to the relative safe route. Get bread and 3 books. So I've lost my cloak. So I'm back up to 10 books, which is good. Alright. So literally just have to not die here. Drunk dude. Down a country road, a lurching gendarme gives you a suspicious look. He demands to see your belongings for public safety, no doubt. I've got a weapon. I'm still alive. Confrontation ends in a stalemate, though not unscathed. You make your escape. Survivor is a small victory in itself, as some may say. But, okay, that was terrible. That was terrible. But we lived through it. Now, unfortunately, we have less money than we've ever had before. We've lost all of our resources. So we have more need of money than ever before. And I feel like this is going to be the game, right? Like, just like having no idea what comes up, dwindling resources, and eventually, like, just having no options left. Okay, Love to hear your feedback. Join our Discord, share your thoughts. Don't forget to wishlist the game on Steam to stay updated with the game's release and news. So, all right, positives and negatives about this game. I really like the historic aspect of it. I like that this is based on actual historical events, and like I learned something today, and that always feels good. I like the idea of this kind of semi-random resource management. It's a little frustrating, but it does strike me as like realistic in a way because you don't know what's going to happen when you travel out on your own on these roads. So it makes sense that you don't know what's going to happen. But I could see it becoming frustrating even with like repeated plays because you're not going to necessarily know what trouble you're going to come across. Like it doesn't feel skills based in any way. I thought the art was not great. I thought it was so-so. And then the real problem, and again, this is still a demo, so they're still working on it to give them feedback. There was some like awkward wording at a couple of points, and there was just some like typographical errors. And for a game that's about books and about reading, that seems a little bit odd. So I'm not sure if you're interested in this game. It's coming out the Q4 of 2025. Will be the full game. I would be curious to see like how lengthy of a game it is, because again, I'm not sure that this would hold my interest for like hours and hours. But I like the setting. I like the story behind it, and I could see it being something that's like similar to a roguelike where you're like picking up every now and then and saying like I'm going to do a run. Again, the interface reminded me very much of things like Slay the Spire or Hand of Fate, where you're going down these paths, and those can be fun to just like pick up and play for a minute. But with the overarching storyline, I wonder if that would be kind of counter to this idea of just pick up and play when you feel like it. So yeah, check it out on Steam, wishlist it if you think that it's something that you'd be interested in. I'm gonna call it there for today. Appreciate you coming by and hanging out and watching another bookish game. Tomorrow I'll be back with some reading sprints for the 30 and 30 with my wife. Amanda should be reading. And then I think next week we might be playing A Place for All My Books. We still haven't gotten our like test play in yet, and we're working on setting up a nice. We're working on a nice setup for that board gaming the board game. So that's why that hasn't happened yet, but I really do want to play that. I'm looking at a couple other pen and paper RPGs to take a look at soon, and I might be picking up some non-bookish games, and we'll see, depending on the feedback, whether or not I'm going to play them on stream. But I'm eyeing Rift of the Necrodancer, because I picked up the demo of that, and it's a lot of fun. But it is just a rhythm game, not a bookish game, and so I'm not sure if there's interest in watching me play it. Well, let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know like what you're reading right now. What did you think of the game? Is this something that you'd be interested in? You'd want to pick up? I hope your reading journey is going well, as always. And until the next one, take care.